Go ahead.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Ready for class?
not at all.
That's not Dr. Blue.
Good evening, class. I'm sorry, Dr. Wu, there was a little accident at the Krispy Kreme in San Bernardino, and he couldn't make it tonight, but I will be your substitute.
Is he
I
okay?
am, yeah, he's fine, he's fine.
Damn it.
He drove away nice in his Volvo, and he'll be fine. I'm Dr. Liu, your substitute. This is supply chain management, as you well know. Tonight we're going to be talking about a concept called just in time. Now, is anyone familiar with just-in-time? What can anyone tell me about just-in-time?
Just-in-time is a push system, right? The company keeps a ton of inventory on stock so they can restock it just in time?
No, quite the opposite. Anyone else?
I read that just-in-time was more of a pull system, where the company basically they only pull the inventory as it's needed versus keeping a whole bunch in stock.
You're in the right track. A little bit more. I think that you're almost there. You're in the ballpark, but you're not quite in the right row. Can you tell me something about just-in-time?
Yeah, it doesn't have something to do with, actually I have no idea, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? Maybe I can give you a little bit better idea. Just-in-time, if you refer to your textbook, we have a nice clean chart here that will actually explain all of it right here for you. Well, there's two cycles.
Oh, I know what it does. Isn't it supposed to decrease waste and increase efficiency?
Yeah, something to the effect, yes. All right, so there's a supply cycle, and there's a customer cycle. So there's 4 steps to this process here, and it actually can be summed up by a very easy equation here, where K equals the average daily demand during lead time plus the safety stock. And you divide that by the number of units per container. K is actually the number of cards in the operating system. D is the average daily production rate as determined by the master production schedule. W is the wasting of time in decimal fractions of a day. P is processing time per part in decimal fractions of a day. C equals capacity. So as you can see from this equation, this is all very, well, it looks like I'm losing the class here. You know what? I think the best way to actually study just-in-time and supply chain is to see actually how it works in the real world. So, you know what? Let's see how Walmart creates their competitive advantage by using just-in-time, shall we? So, Walmart is a perfect example of how using just-in-time can create a competitive advantage in the market. Now, Walmart has 8,500 stores in 15 different countries with 55 different names. In 2009 alone, they had $258 billion in sales in the United States. They're the largest grocery retailer and the largest private employer in the United States. Now, using the just-in-time inventory system moves away from the just-in-case inventory system, where retailers used to keep large inventories in the back to restock items that may be missing. For example, we would avoid issues such as this when we ran out of the dip and wash and also the chamois and the scrubs. We would have more of those in the back to replace versus waiting for the shipment to come. This inventory supply system represents a shift away from the older just-in-case strategy where producers carried large inventories in case higher demand had to be met. Having the wrong amount of inventory on hand can result in a need for additional storage space, increased material handling and record-keeping costs, added tax obligations, and depreciation challenges. High holding costs and lower ordering costs are the factors that drive the JIT model. The ability to lower ordering costs can create a viable solution to financial challenges. By utilizing the JIT model, retailers can speed inventory turnover and maximize the use of company's liquid resource, cash. Properly implemented, the JIT model can help increase a practice's net profit. Walmart is an example of a company that successfully has utilized the JIT model. Instead of having large holding costs, Walmart minimizes its product ordering costs with each vendor. By lowering its ordering costs, Walmart achieves greater cash flow and better inventory control. 4 keys of success to JIT. 1. Use first-in, first-out method to handle inventory. This method helps retailers organize turnover and control inventory management and age of product. 2. Keep inventory low. Avoid tying up cash with items that may or may not sell. 3. Control your payment terms. Vendors are likely to offer different payment term options purchases, longer payment terms will enable you to resell inventory and pay suppliers with customers' money, not your own. 4. Choose vendors wisely. It makes sense to partner with vendors that provide the best quality product for the lowest price. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? Well, that was a fun field trip. Now you got to see how just-in-time actually works in the real world for Walmart. Well, with that said, let's go back to class. So, that was an interesting field trip. I hope everybody learned something. Class, did you get anything about just-in-time at all?
Oh, yes, I mean, wait, why doesn't every company use just-in-time? I mean, if Walmart uses it, it must be great.
Well, you know, there are advantages and disadvantages. Can anyone think of some
It saves
advantages?
on warehouse costs.
Absolutely.
That would be an advantage.
Yeah, but at the same time, what happens if you have an excess demand and you can't meet the customer's requirements?
Absolutely. And as we saw at Walmart, when they ran out of things, they were out, right?
Okay.
They have to have a better supply chain system.
But what happens if their supply chain is disrupted by a natural disaster of some sort?
Then they're
Well-
going to have some real problems.
Well, we can all agree that there are some advantages and disadvantages, but we can also agree that Walmart created a success through just-in-time, and it was actually a very efficient system that they use. Can we agree on that?
Or
Yes.
child labor?
Okay. So, Dr. Lou, okay.
Yes.
So, just-in-time is a pull system, not a push system.
Correct.
But not every company can use it because it's specific to just certain types of companies and certain kinds of inventory.
Correct.
I think I'm starting to get it.
All right. Good. All right. Well, that just about does it for this class, and hopefully next week Dr. Wu will feel a little bit better, and I'll see you next time.
Thank
See
you,
you,
Dr.
Dr.
Lou.
Lou.